Now, diary re-entry for the 29th of December 2015. Now, P.S. I'm going to be giving you all one for this particular post. Well, if you call this post, you kind of have to call it video or vlog, right? This particular post contains graphic content by means of self-harm and sexual assault, beginning with the letter R, right? Now, today I was due to go to AIB Bank to get statements for my disability application, likewise with the Drumcon, should say Drumcon without a J. Alright? Credit Union. Get up, Jellum. However, to piss my folks off, I didn't bother. Now, why would I want to piss my folks off? Well, they kind of misbehaved over the last few. I just don't really understand. There was a reason, but as you're about to find out why I think that's the reason actually. Yeah, probably. Anyway, moving on. I was also due to collect my rent allowance, which I didn't, hence the word due, and I'm dropping my medical certificate as per now in stores. However, it wasn't to be. Okay? Because me, I love my sleep. So when things settle down with Christmas and all, I'll be able to sleep on like a hooget. Or my mother said something hooget to me, which is kind of funny, but anyway. However, though, I was supposed to fill my disability alarm application in mom and dad's house and to collect the medical certificate from the doctor. This I did though. So I went up to the doctor. Excuse me. Then I went up to mom and dad's. The whole night I was up there for a few hours. Well, when I said night, that should I might stick down even because that was my sister for the whole night. Right, the whole evening, we'll say, alright? I was up there for a few hours. I was getting mixed signals in terms of their face expressions, alright? So one minute they were happy, like my dad was very silent, alright? And another minute my mother was happy. Well, rarely now that I think about it, but still, I was getting mixed signals, alright? So I just didn't understand, and I still don't to this day. So then I just told my folks, look guys, I'm gonna get myself a new printer, thinking it actually helped them. Well, not about the word help, but no, recently every time I go up to the house, right, I've been getting, as I said in the past few blogs or videos, that I've been getting view vibes, right? I said, okay. I thought it was to do with food, because technically I was really going up there just for food, but maybe it's because of my weight loss, my face, or because I was telling my sister earlier on that I actually would believe I saw a picture of myself when I was very square. So maybe down here is missing or whatever. I don't know, right? So then that said though, maybe it's to do with my weight loss or something. So then I said, okay, and then I was also thinking, oh, I'm going up to the house just because I want to use their electricity or their printer in this case. So I said, why not get your own printer, George? That I would be doing. And I also said that my printer will also be used as a TV stand because my TV currently is being used or to stand. You see, I have no bezel now, which is the stand, okay? So, but that said, it's being used or it's leaning on against clothes and rubbish and all that stuff. But once the rubbish goes, where is it going to sit or stand? Well, the printer can do that for me. As well, of course, the obvious thing, print. So then, moving on though, so I said, right, instead of going up to mum and dad's just to print, let alone for food or whatever, which I rarely do if at all, I said, get your own printer, and then, you know, bro. So basically what I'm trying to say, guys, is, if I want any printing done, if you don't hear my place, right? Right where Bobby can see me, that's Stucky there, the green, and Bobby there, the PQ, you know? So then I said, okay, that's what I'll be doing. So I want to be going to mum and dad's ever. For printing anyway. Now in terms of for anything else, well then, visits of course. I'm not gonna stop seeing them or anything like that. I just won't be going up as often, but give or take, it all depends. So then, moving on though, la 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 la. My sister was there. Okay, yeah. So yeah, getting back to today, my sister was there though. It's kind of surprised, but it she was there, and she helped me fill out the application, okay? I was also supposed to print out my statement, however I didn't bother because I just wanted to get out ASAP, although I was there for a few hours there. So, in the application form, generally, my internet printouts are not accepted. Now, that simply means they want my statements from the bank, going back 6 months, and the other one there from Ghana Credit Union, but they do not accept if I just print them off from the internet. Okay? So that's why I have to go to the bank itself to actually request my statements. Okay? So then that said, while Dad was dropping my sis home, my mom said a few harrowing things which contributed to my later on self-harm and my breakdown more so, but give or take the same thing, right? So she said that my depression is caused by my lack of food, which that's a bit I didn't really care, which I doubt it's true because she was measuring serotonin levels in the food, but I highly doubt that's the truth. The truth. But I did check that with my sister, and she said no. In the Stone Age, they used to believe in that, but not now. Well, not these days anyway. So, but what I did care was that she was offering me money when I didn't receive any payment from the IP entry benefit because I had understood yesterday being Monday was not a bank holiday, which I later learned today it was. And I had said to Mum that I did not receive it. So I said, okay. So then she says to me, well, she told me just to shut up talking about it. Now I took that to heart. Like, how else would I supposed to get cash for my bills and my rent? So I said, okay. But then I then was realizing that I never knew on Stephen's Day that's actually bank holiday in the Republic of Ireland, and I think the same in the UK. I'm not sure, but in the UK they call Stephen's Day Boxing Day, and I did not know that Stephen's Day, which is the day after Christmas Day, is actually bank holiday. I knew for a fact New Year's Day is bank holiday. I knew that bit, or was it the next day? Sorry, the second, whichever it is. I knew that bit alright, but I did not know Stephen's Day, which is after Christmas Day, is actually bank holiday. That's what's surprising. So then I said to Mom, just to shut up, or she told me to shut up talking about. So I said in annoying, yeah, Mom, I got payment from the. At the time, I did not get payment in reality, right? But I told her then, because I was very annoyed or very upset more so, to shut up talking about. So I said, yeah, I did receive it, yeah. So then, I refused her 25 euros that she offered me, again, because she said that. So then I think I left oh yeah, my dad came back and then we had a little chat. Well, just, usual, like talking about nothing more looking to something else. Oh yeah, about the, what's it called that? The thing in the TV guide we're looking up. There's supposed to be a special Christmas concert coming up. Or Christmas? New Year's concert for the Cross Border Choir or All Ireland Choir. That's in relation to the 1916 or 2016 anniversary. Alright? So then, so you look at that, well, more so on the TV guide and nothing was looking. So then, moving on, I then headed on home and I got ready for my sis. I popped into Tesco's to get milk for my sis, right? Throughout the night, I was getting increasingly worse and agitated with my sleeve, ripping, etc., etc. Now, when I say ripping, I I didn't mean this little baby, alright? Not him, no. I wouldn't want to rip him, even though he is ripped. He's just like a pancake, like. No, but I got an old what's it called, t-shirt, or not t-shirt, PJ I used to have, right? Which I used to buy then at the time, like at home, or when I bought it from Lidl's, I think, right? And I used to buy the, just as a right. So maybe something was on my mind at the time, so I just used to buy it, and there was a few holes in it, right? But tonight, Jesus, I don't even think he's a t-shirt anymore. Maybe he is, but at the end of the day, he was not going to be worn outside ever anyway, out in public. So that's sad though. So even I was getting okay and ripping etc. Even myself, I was getting out of hand. Like by this I mean, I was gripping even more. So instead of just biting lightly, which you can't really see, No, no. But my point is that I wasn't just biting as if it were a, say, pizza. You know, I was biting it as if it were what's for a vegetarian. Say, if I can say, oh, mincemeat. Uh, Basically, what I'm trying to say is I was biting harder and harder. That's what I'm trying to get you, right? And so even as I said, it was getting out of hand in that regard. Even like when I was taking a leak, I was holding my little friend, if you know what I mean, Georgian Jr., with my left hand, while this arm was in my mouth, sorry, biting, and I was then obviously doing my leaking as well, which pissing right. So then, I just eventually broke. I broke down, I broke out with tears that etc. My sister was comforting me, right? Because my dad said on Stephen's Day, I stick down Saint Stephen because it's named after a guy. I don't know what king was and whatever. So my dad said something too that went through me so hard that even four-letter word, which begins with R, affects me mentally now, right? So my friend, he was recently raped a few months ago, and he obviously hasn't been the best of, of his reason, right? So Dad told me, "What are you doing, George? Are you trying to find another fella another rapist to, do a job on the same guy?" So like then he proceeded to actually call out the name of the perpetrator. Okay, we done that. So the reason this particular incident with my pops is that I actually was, raped when I was in the orphanage by a black guy, you know. So hence why I've been diagnosed with this particular thing called sexual. Try again. I keep calling for that for some reason. It's stress and anxiety disorder. It's what I've been diagnosed with. So moving on then, on my way home, I could hardly breathe on the bike, and I still am as we speak at 5:31 a.m. Wednesday the 30th. This is, I don't know if I actually said it, but anyway, diary entry for the 29th of December 2015. So then, I could hardly breathe on the bike. I was getting further anxious. Like, would I end up in would I end up in hospital? Would I end up this, that, and the other, or whatever? Or would I even end up self-harming in front of a man in self-welfare, which I'll be going there later today? So while looking at one of my problems, I now so then while the anxious or the anxiety moved on, well, I was looking at one of my problems, which is now known as at the beginning when I was just about to pass on, and I saw the last few minutes of Fair City, which is the Irish TV soap, and I recognized one of the new characters. Now his new character is called Emmett, who is a brother, I think, to one of the main characters, or current characters I call Owen, who is, I think, his brother or something, right? Or it could be his son, I'm not sure exactly. I haven't followed Fair City for a while now. But I haven't recorded, don't you worry, guys and darlings. So he's in Russell Room currently. He plays Owen in Russell Room, right? Who is tagged, I think, illegitimate son, I'm not sure about that. But by golly, or my golly, that's the third person that RT has taken or gone or whatever you want to call it. Like RT have currently now have hired two people from TV3 News, or poached. So my mother thinks it's probably RTR giving more money or offering more money to new people or to the people, I don't know. Either way, like Stephen Bourne from TV3 News and Brian O'Donovan from TV3 News, who used to be finance correspondent, they both have now moved to RTE. It's unreal, like. And now this guy from Fair First 4 or 2 Fair City. It's unreal, like. So, on that note, I'm gonna leave you. I love you guys, and I look after yourselves, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, the 30th of December. Alright? Sweet dreams.